Did you think space was silent? Well, it is not. In this video, I will show you the 17 most scary sounds from space. All of these sounds are real. They are captured by NASA and other space organizations. Let me show you an example of what you can expect. Keep watching until the end to find out the most astonishing sounds ever recorded in space. You might think Saturn's rings are just a bunch of pretty ice chunks, but when NASA's Cassini spacecraft flew close, it picked up something strange. The signal turned into a soft, static noise that almost sounds like whispering. It's not super loud, but there's something about it that feels off. Like the universe is trying to tell you a secret you don't want to know. It's wild to think that frozen rocks orbiting a planet can make a sound this eerie. Did you think this one was weird? Wait until you hear the ones that I saved for the end of the video. When Voyager 1 passed by Jupiter, it recorded something that sounded like a deep crash or a massive boom. What you're hearing is Jupiter's bow shock, the point where the planet's magnetic field slams into solar wind at crazy high speeds. It's like space thunder, and it hits hard. The sound is rough, loud, and full of energy. You can almost feel the impact just by listening. It's like the planet is crashing through invisible waves, and it doesn't care what's in the way. What you're about to hear next will change the way you think about space forever. Don't skip ahead. This one comes from over 250 million light-years away. Astronomers discovered that a black hole in the Perseus galaxy cluster was sending out pressure waves, basically ripples through space. They converted those waves into sound, and what came out was a deep, low-pitched hum that sounds like it came straight from a horror movie. It's not loud, but it gets under your skin. Imagine something that massive, just humming endlessly in the dark. It's one of those sounds that makes you realize how small and fragile we really are. The last sound on this list is so weird that scientists still can't explain it. Keep watching to find out what it is. You wouldn't expect Earth to sound creepy, but here we are. Scientists recorded the sounds of Earth's magnetosphere, the magnetic field that protects us from solar radiation. And the result is strange. It crackles, pulses, and hums like a broken radio trying to tune into something it shouldn't. What's even weirder, it kind of sounds like someone or something is trying to talk through static. Of all the planets to make creepy noises, our own might be one of the weirdest. If you thought this was creepy, wait until you hear what's coming next. It only gets more weird from here. This one is called the chorus, and it comes from Earth's radiation belts. It was recorded by satellites picking up radio waves. When turned into sound, it's like a bunch of birds chirping in space. But not the cute kind. It sounds like a haunted forest filled with ghost birds calling out from the void. The sound is jumpy, weirdly musical, and just unnatural. It's beautiful in a creepy way. And it's happening around our planet all the time. What you're about to hear is one of the most mysterious sounds ever recorded in space. Are you ready? Uranus doesn't just look weird, it sounds weird too. When Voyager 2 passed by in 1986, it picked up bizarre, flickering radio signals coming from the planet's magnetic field. Scientists say the field is tilted and off-center, which causes all kinds of chaotic activity. When these signals are turned into sound, it's like listening to a broken sci-fi machine. Glitchy, unstable, and totally unsettling. It's one of those noises that makes you feel like something went wrong and is still going wrong. This next sound will send chills down your spine. Listen closely and try not to get too scared. You've heard thunder on Earth, but Jupiter's lightning storms are on a whole different level. The Juno spacecraft captured the sound of bolts shooting through Jupiter's thick atmosphere, and it's absolutely wild. The crackling is sharp, sudden, and loud. It sounds like a massive electrical storm tearing through the sky. Except there's no sky, just gas and chaos. And the scale of it? Way bigger than anything we've ever seen on Earth. The deeper we go into space, the stranger it gets. The final sound on this list will leave you speechless. This is what space sounds like outside our solar system. When Voyager 1 crossed into interstellar space, it started detecting plasma waves, vibrations in the charged particles floating between stars. When converted to sound, it gives off this high-pitched, rising wail that honestly feels like it's coming from a horror movie set in deep space. It starts off quiet, then builds like something is creeping closer. It's beautiful and terrifying. The kind of sound that makes you wonder what else might be out there. You won't believe what we found at the end of the universe. Keep watching to hear it for yourself. The sun might look warm and friendly from here, but up close, it's a violent beast. Scientists recorded the sound of solar flares, massive explosions on the sun's surface, and they're no joke. The audio is full of sudden blasts and pulsing waves, almost like a cosmic scream. It's raw energy bursting out from a star that could swallow 1,000,000 Earths. Hearing it makes you realize just how powerful and dangerous our sun really is. Think this is weird? Just wait. The most unsettling sound is coming up soon, and it will shock you. When NASA's InSight lander recorded a dust devil on Mars, it was the first time we ever heard weather from another planet. The sound is dry, harsh, and whispery, like wind scraping across an empty desert. But it's not just wind, it's Martian wind. It gives off this eerie feeling like something is moving just out of sight. You know no one's there, but the way the wind howls, it's easy to imagine otherwise. It's not loud, but it's haunting. It's one of the few sounds we've gotten from the surface of another planet, and it doesn't sound like anything on Earth. By the time we reach number 1, you might never want to listen to space sounds again. Enceladus is one of Saturn's moons, and it's shooting huge plumes of ice and vapor into space. When the Cassini spacecraft flew through them, it recorded bursts of noise that sound like pressure valves, hissing open and slamming shut. It's rhythmic but weird, almost like a machine is breathing in deep space. The geysers are coming from under Enceladus' surface, possibly from a liquid ocean. And that makes it even creepier, because where there's water, there could be life. This sound is like a secret being let out into the void. It doesn't shout, it hisses. Some of these sounds are bizarre, but the last one will make you question everything. Stay tuned. Venus is hot, dense, and deadly, and it sounds like it too. When a Soviet Venera probe landed on the planet in the 1980s, it sent back audio from its short, chaotic survival. The sound is low and heavy, like a muffled storm with no brakes. There's pressure in it, like the atmosphere itself is pushing down on you. It's hard to describe, but the vibe is just wrong. You can almost hear the heat. Venus might look beautiful in the sky, but the sound tells a totally different story. One of extreme, crushing silence broken only by deep, mechanical groans. You won't believe the final sound on this list. It's the most disturbing one yet. Stay tuned until the very end. Neptune is far out, literally, and the sounds coming from it are just as strange. Its magnetic field gives off high-pitched signals known as whistlers. When turned into sound, they rise and fall like ghosts zipping through empty space. These tones are sharp and fast, like something flying past your ear. They don't feel natural. They feel like they're moving with purpose. It's quiet at first, then suddenly you're surrounded by these quick, eerie whistles. They're not random. They're too clean, too sharp. It almost feels like you're being watched. Make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, as the most surprising sounds are the most far away, and thus in the end of the video. Pluto is far, cold, and quiet. In fact, it's so far from the sun that there's almost no atmosphere, which means there's no sound in the usual sense. But scientists still tried to listen by turning space data from New Horizons into a sound wave. What came out? A flat, humming buzz, like a machine that's on but doing absolutely nothing. And somehow, that's what makes it terrifying. There's no crash, no bang, no static, just a cold, constant tone. It's the sound of silence in deep space, a kind of cosmic flatline. It makes you wonder, if this is what the end of the solar system sounds like, what comes after? Each sound is scarier than the last, but the final one is absolutely terrifying. You don't want to miss it. This is the sound of the beginning of everything. The cosmic microwave background is leftover radiation from the Big Bang, basically the oldest light and energy in the universe. Scientists translated it into audio, and what came out is a low, endless rumble with small fluctuations. It doesn't sound like much at first, just a slow wave of static. But when you realize it's the echo of the birth of the entire universe, it hits different. It's like hearing time itself breathe. Everything we know came from that moment, and that moment sounds quiet, deep, and ancient. If there was ever a soundtrack for infinity, this would be it. Triggering sentence. Some of these sounds are bizarre, but the last one will make you question everything. Stay tuned. Comet 67P doesn't just float through space, it sings. When the Rosetta spacecraft arrived, it picked up low-frequency vibrations that had to be converted into sound waves. The result is something that sounds like a moan, or maybe even breathing. It pulses and groans like something alive. The Comet song, as scientists call it, doesn't sound like ice and rock, it sounds haunted. It's been described as mechanical, alien, even organic. And no one really knows why the comet is making these sounds. Some say it's due to charged particles interacting with the comet's magnetic field. Others just call it weird. Either way, it's easily one of the creepiest space sounds ever captured. By the time we reach number 1, you might never want to listen to space sounds again. In 1977, a powerful radio signal was picked up by a telescope in Ohio. It lasted 72 seconds, came from deep space, and no one's ever figured out where it came from. The scientist who saw it wrote "wow" next to the data, so now we call it the wow. Signal. When converted into audio, it starts quiet, then builds into a loud, sharp tone before suddenly dropping off. It's not natural, it doesn't repeat, it's just there and gone. Was it a message? A glitch? Something else entirely, no one knows. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below.